Hi, I'm Ibrahim. I've been a chef for 20 years and today I'm going to show you what a Turkish barbecue looks like.
Rolling, set, action.
So Turkish barbecue is a big deal for Turkish people. Growing up in a household where I felt like I was at a barbecue every second week. A lot of those barbecues were spent with producing the barbecue, usually the men that were cooking over the fire. It was always a hot topic about where they bought their meat, how they marinated it, and how they look after their fire. Turkish barbecue is called a mangal. So it's a rectangular style barbecue, similar to, I guess, what people know as a hibachi. However, most Turkish barbecues are made out of steel. I'm going to be cooking over charcoal today so we can get really nice smoke on the meat. Having that ability to cook with meat that will be dripping over the coals and producing the most amazing smoke, that's essentially what we're trying to achieve in a Turkish barbecue. It's not about cooking over a roaring high heat. Lamb in Turkey is probably the most popular meat that they would eat. You find it all over every village in Turkey, and lamb goes such a long way. Kebab or kebab in Turkish means anything that's cooked with fire. So the adana kebab or adana köfte is this really beautiful hand-minced köfte that it's just mind-blowing how delicious it is, and probably the most famous of them all in Turkey. From there I'm going to be moving over to a really special style köfte which is inspired from the island of Cyprus, which is called a sheftalia, and our version is lamb and beef. This is the adana. We've used lamb leg, lamb shoulder, red capsicum that we've hand minced with some tail fat. These are our lamb skewers, so lamb leg, and we've skewered it with some tail fat, marinated in the onion juice. These are the sheftalias, so that's beef skirt in there with lamb shoulder, lots of onion and parsley and spice, wrapped in caul fat, sheep's caul fat. Our lamb liver with tail fat, just with some paprika. And then we have our lamb forequarter chops that are cut nice and thin, and they're marinated in paprika and chili. Can't go past onion parsley salad in a Turkish barbecue, so lots of raw onion and parsley with sumac. Crushed tomato salad called ezme is going to feature, and I've got some pickled cabbage and some yogurt which we call cacık, which is just a cucumber yogurt with mint. So they're, for me, the best accompaniments with some bread for a Turkish barbecue. Well, I'm going to start with the lamb leg because I'm going to use it for two things. One's for the lamb shish skewer, and then I'm going to use a little bit of that leg meat to mince up with the adana as well. I'm going to take a bit of this fat as well. The leg's usually a little bit on the leaner side. I've got some shoulder here as well. I'm going to use the beef to make the sheftalia, so I'm going to mince up beef and more lamb shoulder. So this is the skirt. Some shoulder, lamb shoulder here as well. This is the tail fat, super fatty, very delicious. And I've got this really beautiful liver, thickish steaks. Now with this fat, I'm just going to cut it into similar sized cubes. And the fat's really crucial to this because the liver doesn't have any fat. I cut it into rectangles, and I'm going to keep it on the longish side instead of the wide side when I skewer. A couple of pieces of liver, some fat, like intertwine it. It doesn't have to be alternate, but maybe every second one or third one. This is the sheftalia mince. Do two things at once. I'm going to get the onion. I'm going to squeeze out the juice over the lamb leg that I've diced up for the skewer. So we're going to marinate that lamb leg in onion juice. So the onion's going to go in there, and I'm going to add just some salt to the leg. Aside from that, I like to keep it pretty clean. I'm going to add some cumin into this. Obviously salt, pepper. Good portions. So this is the caul fat for the sheftalia from the stomach. You just want like a nice wrap, and that's it. For me, adana just has to be lamb and capsicum. That just comes from eating like tens of thousands. Small amount will go a long way. I'm going to sort of re-mince it all together so it really gets incorporated. I'm going to add my salt. Okay, so these skewers, really flat and wide, and really important when you're making a kofta or köfte, as we call it, just for surface area. I want to make sure that it binds onto the skewer. This is the lamb leg marinating in onion juice. Okay, so with the lamb liver, I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil on it. I'm going to put some paprika on, just the flake salt, and that's it. The 4/4 chop, it's a real much loved cut. They cut really thin, and you know, the purists just like salt on it, which I also love, but I'm going to add some spice to this. So I've got some like paprika and some chili salt as well, and these are ready to go. So with the lamb, I'm going to add a little bit of isot chili. It's really delicious with lamb. I'm just going to add a little bit of wild oregano to it as well. And just finish it with some lemon, and that is my lamb leg skewer. Marinated in onion, finished with isot and wild oregano. What do I love about Turkish barbecue? It's just so delicious. I think it's just all about the flavour, the smells, the nostalgia. Great way to eat, it feels healthy, and you feel very satisfied at the end of it.